I'm Michelle from The Recipe Bandit, and today we're going to be making one of our favorite weird recipes that our family absolutely loves. This recipe is something that came about a while back when we were talking about pickle juice and how it's just such a shame to throw it out when all of the pickles are gone. So we found a recipe that called for marinating chicken in the dill pickle juice before you cooked it. And although it sounded very strange, it was really kind of intriguing. And honestly, now, many years later, it is one of our favorites. So this is another recipe that we have where we are using something that we would normally toss. In this case, a couple cups of dill pickle juice. Doesn't matter what brand or what variety, just dill pickle juice. You might not think that pickle juice would make a difference, but weirdly, there's a good balance of flavor and salt in pickle juice that really adds to the moisture and the flavor of the meat. So it seems logical, right, that you would try it. So for this recipe, you need about 2 cups of leftover pickle juice. You're going to need some chicken. We prefer to use the bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. You can use the boneless, skinless ones, but if you do, then they are a lot bigger when you try to dredge them in flour and breadcrumbs, and you're going to need a lot more breadcrumbs. You're going to need a lot more flour and a lot more eggs. With the skin, when you cook these after they've been marinated, it cooks up nice and crispy, and honestly, it's just plain delicious. So we use 2 pounds of bone-in, skin-on chicken thighs. You're gonna need some flour. You'll need some breadcrumbs, just plain breadcrumbs, some salt and pepper, some paprika, and an egg. This is one of those recipes that really, the marinade is what's going to take all of the time. We do want to marinate these for at least 2 hours, up to 12. We have done them overnight before, and chicken thighs are very forgiving. So that's just fine if you marinate them for that long. But 2 to 12 is our best target time for the marinade. So to marinate the chicken, you're going to want to get a large zip top bag or a little container. This time I have a little Pyrex container that has a lid. We're going to put the chicken into the little container, and we're simply going to cover with the dill pickle juice. We're going to throw away the container when we're done, but we are just going to dump the pickle juice right over the chicken. Just like that. Now we're going to cover it. We're going to put it in the refrigerator until we're ready to come and do the next steps. All right, guys, we're back. It has been a number of hours since we put our chicken thighs into our dill pickle brine. All right, so first thing we're going to do is take them out of the brine and just kind of pat them dry on a paper towel and put them onto a plate for the next steps. They don't need to be all the way dry. You're just looking to have the excess moisture off. You're going to discard this brine now. It's done its job, and now it really can go down the sink. So the next thing we're going to do is set out 3 shallow bowls. One for the flour, one for the egg wash, and we're going to have one for the breadcrumbs. So into the breadcrumbs, we're going to add our kosher salt and pepper and our paprika. So we're just going to stir that in with a fork just so that our breaded outside has just a little more flavor. Then we're going to use the same fork, and we're just going to kind of beat this egg a little bit. It'll kind of look like that. All right, so now we have our breading station ready. So the only thing we still need, we have chicken, we have our breading station, is somewhere for them to land. So let's go ahead and get our baking sheet ready. You will want a good sized baking sheet, and you will want to lightly spray it with cooking spray. You don't need a lot. Okay, so now we're going to take our chicken. I'm going to put it first into the flour, and you're just kind of dredging it in the flour so that it's on the outside. Then we're going to go right into the egg. And with these boneless, skinless chicken thighs, they may unroll a little bit, and that's okay. So you're going to put the egg on all of the surfaces, and then we're going to lift it, and we're going to put it into our breadcrumbs, kind of push it around in there, and kind of get some of the breadcrumbs all over it. And then from here, go right onto this baking sheet, and we're going to repeat. So if you find that you run out of egg, break another one, use another one. It doesn't matter. You want to have this step done on all of your chicken breasts, because this outside coating over that dill pickly chicken, it's just perfect. It's honestly, it's delicious, and I don't want you to miss a single good thing about these. And I can tell right now, I need another egg. So maybe I should change the way that that's written to be 2 eggs, because I feel like this happens all the time. So let's change it, and let's do 2 eggs. Just plan for 2 if you're making this. Now there's my timer. We have preheated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. These guys are going to go into the oven for 40 to 45 minutes. All right, it's time to get our chicken out of the oven and take a look. I don't know if you can hear this sizzle. It looks perfect. It has crispy, golden brown outsides. Because it's chicken, we always want to double check and make sure that it's at least 165 to 170 degrees using an instant read thermometer. You want to make sure that it's cooked through. Oh my gosh, this breading, the outside is so nice and crispy. You want to go into the thickest part, and these are all the way cooked. And this is just kind of one of the most surprisingly good dinner meals, dinner main dishes that you'll ever have. And I really hope that you guys will try this one, and let me know if you like it as much as we do. The recipe for the dill pickle chicken thighs is, of course, on our website at therecipebandit.com, but it's also down in the description. If you like what we're doing here, please come back and see us again. Please come and back and visit. Check out some of our other recipes. We're trying to put them on at least once a week, every Wednesday, new ones. And sharing these recipes from our family to yours, recipes that are delicious and just use everyday ingredients, stuff that you have in your house, is exactly what we're trying to do here at the Recipe Bandit. So I do hope that you guys will come back and join us again. And I hope you'll try this one, and I hope you'll let me know if you do. Thank you so much for coming. We'll see you again soon.